All right. This is going to be page 24 of your digital interactive notebook. Okay. So we're going to copy our notes into in our composition notebook, take a picture and upload it to our digital interactive notebook. Again, page 24. The title of this page is going to be Intro to Functions. It's going to depend on you guys. Intro to Functions. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause. All right. The first thing that we need to know about functions before we can just dive in and I tell you what functions is, we have to go over some vocabulary words. The first being ordered pairs. Okay. Ordered pairs are made up of an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Ordered pairs are made up of a x coordinate. So you have an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Okay. And it's written in the form x parentheses x comma y. This is what an ordered pair looks like, where x and y are both numbers. Ordered pairs are, you graph ordered pairs on what you call coordinate plane, which we talked about in the first unit. A coordinate plane or coordinate system is made up of an x-axis, which is a horizontal number line, and a y-axis, which is a vertical number line. Where they meet or cross each other is called the origin. Okay. The x and y axes, plural for axis, divide the coordinate plane into 4 equal parts or 4 parts. This is called quadrant 1. This is called quadrant 2. This section here is called quadrant 3. And this section below is called quadrant 4. The next vocabulary word that you need to know is relation. A relation is a set or group of ordered pairs. A relation is a set or group of ordered pairs. A relation is a set or group of ordered pairs. Okay? So, you know what ordered pairs are, made up of an x coordinate and a y coordinate. It's written in this form where you have parentheses, x being a number, comma, y being another number. Close the parentheses. You can take these ordered pairs or an ordered pair and graph it on what you call a coordinate plane or coordinate system. A coordinate plane or coordinate system is made up of an x-axis, a horizontal number line, and a y-axis, a vertical or up and down number line. Where the axes meet is called the origin. They meet at 0, 0. The axes divide the coordinate plane into 4 sections or regions. This is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. Quadrant 3 is below. Quadrant 4 is here. A relation is a group or a set of ordered pairs. And so now we can kind of talk about what a function is. A function is a type of relationship between your input or X values and your output, which are your Y values. Between input, which is your X values, and output, sorry y'all, which are your Y values. Okay. Where, I'm going to put a semicolon because there's more to it, where the input or X values do not repeat. So if you have a set of ordered pairs or table values, you look at your X values. If the X values do not repeat, then it is a function. If some of the X values repeat, then it is not a function. Okay. So again, a function is a relationship between the input and the output, or your X and Y values, where your X values do not repeat. Where your X values do not repeat. Okay. I'm going to pause for the calls. So before we do some examples, though, I need to talk about table values. Your table values are where you have like a T-chart, and you've seen this before in previous grades, and you have your X values here and your Y values here. Of course, these are other words that we write for X. We sometimes just say X values. We sometimes say that these are our input values. We also say domain for X. And on some occasions, we even say our independent variable. When you are asked to find your independent variable, that doesn't mean that you're going to list all the X values. That's asking you for the meaning of X. So all of these words mean X values. They're all synonyms. Sometimes they'll say list your X values or your input or your domain, and they'll ask you for the meaning of X. So they'll say independent variable. Words that mean Y. Words that mean Y. Of course, you say your Y values. You say your output values. You say range values. Dependent variable, which is the meaning of what your Y is. And the last sometimes you'll see is f of x. We won't go into detail about f of x at this time, but you just need to know that when you see f of x, it's the same as saying y or y values or output or range. All of these mean the same thing. They're talking about your y values. I'm going to pause for the calls. We are going to do some examples. We are going to either label these relations or tables as either being a function or not a function. A function is where you have x and y values, and the x values Do not repeat. That means all the x values are different. If any of the x values repeat, then it's not a function. If any of the x values repeat, it is not a function. So let's do the first example. I'm going to give you a relation. Remember, a relation is a set of ordered pairs, is a group of ordered pairs, or a list of ordered pairs. So here I have 2, 3. This is an ordered pair. You have an x coordinate, a y coordinate, -3 and 8. This is an ordered pair, x coordinate, y coordinate, -4 and 7. This is an ordered pair, x coordinate, y coordinate. This is an ordered pair, x coordinate, y coordinate. These ordered pairs are in a group together. So this is a relation. This is a relation because it's a set or a group of ordered pairs. So what I want to do is I want to write if this is a function or not. So I'm going to underline or identify what my x values are to see if any of them repeat. This is x, this is x, this is x, and this is x. So we have 2, -3, -4, and 8. Do any of these x values repeat? 2, -3, -4, and 8. Do they repeat? No. Very good. So, yes. Yes. Repeat means do any of the are any of these the same? Yeah. hmm You're welcome. So this is none of these repeat. None of these are the same. They're all different. 2, -3, -4, and -8. So since they're all different, this is a function. So you say yes, this is a function because x values do not repeat. They are all different. Okay? And we're just looking at x values only. The y's, they can repeat. They can be the same, whatever. But x's cannot repeat if it's a function. Number 2. This was a relation. This next example is going to be a table. So you have your input and your output. This is the table. So in this table, your first ordered pair is 6, 1, then 11, 8, 5, 7, 10, -2, and 11, 16. These are our ordered pairs here. In the chat, I need you to say yes or no. Is this a function? Yes or no. So just type yes if you think it is a function, and no if you think it is not a function. And I'm going to pause the video. Okay, let's try this one and write your answer in the chat. This is a relation, which is a set of ordered pairs. Write yes or no in the chat if you think that this is a function. We're going to try another relation. We have 8, 1, 2, and -6, 4, and -3, 6, and 7, and then 8, and 2. All right, write in the chat if you think that this is a function, yes or no. So my x values, I'm just looking at the x values so I can determine if it's a function or not. We have 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Do any of my x values repeat? Anybody? Yes, they do. These 8s. You see, you got 8 twice. So this is not a function. Not a function. And why is it not a function? Because x values repeat. And the x value that repeats here is 8. Okay, 8 repeats. Number 5 and 6. Okay, we're going to do tables for both these examples. Okay. All right, so this first example, number 5, you have the first ordered pair, 6 and 1, 16 and 1, sorry, 17 and 5, 18 and 7, 20 and 9. Okay, these are your table values. For number 6, you have 4, 5, -6 and 7, -8 and 9, 2 and 3, 4 and 18, -6 and 15, 7 and 0. Okay, I'm going to pause, give you a chance to write these in. Text your answer in the chat for 5 and 6. Make sure I record. When you are trying to determine, oh, I got another message in the chat. Sorry. Yes, number 5 is right. Yasmin, very good, baby. In number 5, when you're trying to determine if this is a function or not, you look at your x values. If all of these x values are different, then this is a yes. And since none of these repeat, they're all different, this is going to be a yes. This is yes. It's a function. Why? Because x values do not repeat. They're all different. Okay? Now, number 6, on the other hand, when I look at all these x values, I have some x values that repeat. 4 repeats, -6 repeats. Since we have some x values that actually are the same, okay, they're not all different, they do repeat, this is not a function. Not a function. And again, why is this not a function? Because there are some x values that repeat. Because x values repeat. And the ones that repeat are 4, there are 2 4s and 2 -6s. Okay? Questions?